beautiful piece. I always like anything Timi Dakolo sing. That one, Christmas to My Darling by Timi Dakolo, is setting us in the mood for Christmas. Of course, it's Christmas already. I hope you had a nice Christmas celebration. Lots of carols and, of course, food. Yes, food is an important part of Christmas. And that will be the focus on our program, The Medley Show, with Cecil today. My name is Cecil Egbeli, and I say Merry Christmas, and maybe I should say season greetings, or like I say, compliments of the season. All right, today on the program we'll be talking Christmas culinary, different foods, everything about food on the program today. Of course, we're going to hear some music here and there, and to join me do the chats on food, Christmas menu. I have with me Chef Bola Tito Suberu. Chef Tito, I should professionally call. Chef Tito, thank you very much for coming around.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you look very Christmassy, even though, of course, not the usual. You know, I like breaking the whole norm of Valentine has to be red, Christmas has to be this. But, you know, this was practically forced into my head to, you know. Anyhow, how was Christmas for you? Christmas
was wonderful. It was amazing, full of celebration, full of love, and of course.
Were you cooking? You know, I mean, that's the time you should take a break.
Of course, because of my job. Apart from that I have to cook for the house, I have to cook for customers.
Yeah, this is the period where you guys actually smile to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
say that.
Yeah,
I think I agree.
All right, so Chef Bola Tito, on the program, we want to just take a look at menu, culinary, food, and all generally. Now, what would you call an ideal Christmas meal besides white rice and jollof? Okay, anyway, what would you call an ideal Christmas meal? Better still, pause on that. Growing up, what was Christmas menu like in your home?
Growing up, Christmas was just it was beautiful because, you know, those days, little things like just makes us happy. Yeah. We really don't care like too much for the food. We just want to have rice, white rice and stew. And of course, Christmas dresses, very important.
I know, Christmas.
You can't even afford to look different from your peers during Christmas. Your parents have to, apart from school fees, they have to make sure that Christmas, you should have 2 Christmas dresses. One for Christmas and the other one for the New Year.
The New Year. And some people go further to buy one the Sunday after Christmas or the day, you know, that.
Yes.
It was really fun. But yes, I think white rice and stew was a normal. But come on, we eat white rice and stew. So what was Christmas so special? I know there's just something about that one.
Yes, you know, then like Christmas was just, you know, the family unit, the togetherness, the fact that people you've not seen for a very long time, you know, you get to see them during Christmas. Maybe you're in boarding schools, like everybody converged during Christmas. And then you get to see a lot of new faces, or how far someone has grown. Oh, I didn't see you last. I was in nursery school, primary school. Oh, you're so big, and all of that. You see people talking, and it's just time for the family, I guess.
All right. So what has changed now? What has changed now, especially in terms of our meals?
Everything has really changed when it comes to what we, you know, eat during Christmas, because people are bored. Like during Christmas you want to do something extra special, not the normal rice and stew. So for the rich, yes, you can actually you see people trying to add seafood to Christmas. No longer just seafood. Yeah. Seafood is not cheap, it's for the rich.
Yes.
So people just they want to do something with seafood and all of that. But if you know you cannot afford to do seafood, we still have the regular protein in the market. You can go to the market and get chicken.
Okay.
Prepare.
We are going to talk chicken and all that stuff, because I have been trying to demystify and go to the roots of what's the big deal about chicken. Come on, we eat chicken all the time. Well, anyhow, let's take a pause on that. I actually went to the market. I went to the market. I sought from people to know what's their average budget cooking a Christmas meal? What's it like? Yeah, so it was quite an interesting finding for me. So I put it together, and well, this is my market survey on Christmas. What people's Christmas budget was like was pretty interesting. It's the season of Christmas, a time not just for carols and singing, but of course a time for shopping, more shopping, cooking, and lots of fun. Well, I'm here at the Wuse Market in the FCT Abuja to find out from people what their average budget for a family of, let's say, 5 is like, with a couple of visitors coming in and going out. What's their average budget like? I'm here to find that out, and then I'll go do some shopping with the average amount that I find out, and let's see if we can actually make a meal for a family of 5 and a little more. All right, so I'll just go straight up into the market now, and let's see if we can get that sorted out. All right, so I think, come along with me. Let's do this COVID, remember. Oh, except for on our bag. Can you imagine? And it's something you buy for 5 before.
Banana, this banana.
700. Oh. Anyhow, but averagely, for a family of, let's say, 5 or some visitors coming in, how much do you think a reasonable Christmas meal can take?
Well, for me, the price of things in the market have increased. So you could just make a budget of 100, 150 and come to the market and it will not be up.
Oh my God.
So in that case, and what must eat?
At least 20K. So it's something, it could get you something you use for the weekend. You know it's coming up at the weekend. So instead of you rushing every time, you just get a few things that you can use.
All right, 20K. What are we looking at, for instance?
You can just buy like meat. If you don't want to buy chicken, you can buy meat and fried rice things if you want to use fried rice.
At least most of the things for fried rice and jollof, they are cheap now. So it's something you could
Even if they're
afford.
not too cheap, at least the 20,000 can be able to.
Christmas is almost like synonymous to chicken. Chicken seems to be that.
Yeah, if there's no chicken,
But
there's
they
no
say when you
Christmas.
fry your meat, your beef, it will come out delicious, even more than chicken.
Are you serious?
So I feel it's not everything about chicken.
Chicken is
turkey.
overrated.
Yeah.
Yes, overrated.
So that's why the price is even escalating.
Well, for a family of 5, I should say like just for feeding alone, just for cooking,
Christmas
for
feeding.
Christmas, nothing less than say 100 to 120K, because of course you have to buy meat, chicken, and depends on how the family, how they choose to celebrate their Christmas.
Yeah, I can look at 100,000 or 80,000 if I had to manage. Yeah, because it's managed because everything is quite expensive in the market. If I had to buy food stuff for fried rice, for jollof rice, I will make stew. Tomatoes is a bit expensive. Then I will buy goat. I can make pepper soup.
Oh, we have a chef with us, Chef Ebere. Chef Ebere. So I had a chat with some persons, and the majority, I asked them a budget for a family of, let's say, 5, with a couple of visitors coming in during the season. How much can be needed? Well, we had 20,000, we had 100,000, 80,000. So if I have an average of 50,000, 60 maybe, can that work to cook for a family of 5 with a couple of friends and family coming in to say hello?
Okay, hello. My name is Ebere, the CEO of Meals by Razi. And coming to your question, well, I feel like it varies actually. The funny thing is that 20,000 naira can get you something, 50,000 naira, but personally, I would say let's work 70,000 naira. Let's just do chicken, pepper chicken.
Pepper chicken.
Pepper chicken. Let's just make it different. Chicken stir fry. And lots of vegetables.
Chicken stir fry and
Yes.
lots of vegetables.
Yes, and
All
lots
right,
of
so
vegetables.
I guess we can start with the chicken now.
Of course.
All right, so I'll
Certainly.
just have my list and we'll see how much we can spend at the end of the day. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Flour, mushroom, cabbage, haruna. You need haruna.
No. We don't need that. It's just gradually. Just
I say you need haruna.
What's haruna?
You want that? Carrot like how much you want?
1.5.
You dey cook?
I dey cook now.
No be your wife they cook.
I never get wife why they cook for me. This country, small man like me, how I marry. You want make her die? I not ready to die now. That's why I not go marry.
Ah, okay, 1.5.
Yeah, I know they plant and now buy.
No,
I dey
no.
buy.
Abba now.
Make her 2,000.
No, we put this one now 800. They
800.
It meant 700.
Why the carrot they make her go buy like this one 800?
Oh yeah, put your around for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The moment bell baby our jana. So they have an idea of something.
Now this Christmas period, 9 price, 9 this come high like this.
No, this not because Christmas come. Something why they happen for this country. Na him cause. People they fear to go from our best this whole thing. That's why.
We bought almost everything, right?
Yes, we actually did. And funny enough, we still have a little change.
Yeah. So from the calculation, we still have like this is 750 naira.
Right now, let's go to the kitchen and make something really good.
Thank you very much for remaining with us, Chef Bola Chicho. It was quite interesting to know that people budget as high as 120,000 naira for Christmas menu and drinks. Seriously?
Even more than 100. Like, because if you're going to, Christmas is season for celebration. So even guests that you don't invite to your house, they want to come to your house and eat food. And people cannot come to your house without you serving them something special, something different for Christmas. Aside from the food, drinks, salads, the sides food, the small chops, the finger foods, apart from the main course. So Christmas, when you have the money to enjoy, please go ahead and enjoy. Do a 3 to 4 course meal, proper meal. Invite your loved ones. Let them come and celebrate. It's season for celebration. We've been through amazing times. COVID came and all of that. Last year, Christmas was really, really, really dull. A lot of people spent it with themselves, So this year Christmas, I'm looking that we should all go out, have fun, like spend the money you're not able to spend last Christmas, put them together, make an amazing dish, and call your loved ones and have a Merry Christmas.
I agree. Have a Merry Christmas. Christmas is not just a day. Christmas is a season. So of course we know Christmas was just a couple of days ago. So, this is all in the season. People are still cooking. People are still receiving guests. It's all part of the celebration. But now, New Year is also around the corner. Now, let's look an average family, maybe a family below average. They want to have a good time. Yes, and you say 4 course, 3 course, 4 course, all the plenty course meals. Yeah, good. So for that family, they want to still have a good time. What can they do? What should their average budget look like? They are below average family. Okay. And January, we understand, have 100 days.
If not 200.
I know, right? Okay, so what would you advise that family?
Okay, you don't have to break the bank because of Christmas.
I know, right?
Seriously. So you just have to look within and enjoy Christmas within your means. So if you know that you cannot afford to spend the way you intended to spend, you just cut your savings, like divide your savings, because like the presenter already said, Cecil, that Christmas is 100 days and New Year, January is like 100 days or more. So make sure you're saving for the new year. Trust me, January is so long that you forget that this month does not want to end. When is the salary coming in? So make sure that chicken is regular, If you don't want to do chicken, you can just go get some beef kilo, maybe 1 or 2 kilo, depends on how large the family is. And then of course rice is a staple in the home. Everybody, like even now some offices are gifting rice. People gift rice out. So I'm sure everybody should be able to have rice, at least 1 model of rice. So you can be able to afford that. And then you can actually try to do, there are several cheap drinks you can do. You can get a model of zobo leaves. And that's hibiscus.
Okay,
And you can make zobo with a lot of fresh fruits, pineapples, cucumbers, and you can actually have a Merry Christmas, just do it within your means. Like, everybody can enjoy Christmas. Just do it within your means. You don't have to break the bank, like I said.
I mean, you can just drink garri with love and with just...
And you're happy. It's
like
Christmas.
Some of the social media posts will say it's not your birthday.
It's Jesus' birthday.
Exactly. So don't try to kill yourself trying to get new clothes. Or the new year is coming. You have to enter the new year with new clothes and all. It's good, I know, but come on. You have to remember that there is life after Christmas and New Year celebration. So quickly, I think it's time for us to go on the street where we asked people to know what their average budget is like for the season celebration.
Person no dey get budget na based on wetin you see you plan. Because if you're working by budget, after planning the whole time, there's no money to execute it. What have you done? So basically, there's no budget.
I don't have any budget because there's no hope.
To me, I do not put something like as to budget something for this season. I'm just thanking God for life, as in the way it take me from the January to the end of the year. I didn't budget anything for Christmas.
My budget for this Christmas, it's a lot too. It's a very big amount of money. If I'm to travel, because I'm not traveling this year, I traveled the last year, so I'm not traveling this year. But if I'm to travel, I will need more than 300,000 because I have to buy clothes for my younger ones, my mom, foodstuffs, transportation, going and coming back.
Nothing much, just stay at home.
I just buy only small chicken with rice. If I go feed do cake again, sure, I will do. Like 8,000 naira. The 8,000 naira save never even day. I just the
I'm not a Christian. I don't have budget than to have food in the house, let my children eat.
All right, thank you very much. Well, different strokes for different folks, they say. Chef Tito, what is the big deal about chicken and Christmas, New Year, or this season celebration? What's the big deal about it? Because people today, okay, once upon a time, growing up, maybe eating chicken was big deal. People eat a lot of fish and beef. But there's this thing about Christmas. There's a post I saw, all the social media, very funny skits. He said, the chicken was saying, is it possible that because I betrayed, I crowed when Peter denied Christ, that you are now all killing me for the season? So really, what about chicken and Christmas?
Chicken and Christmas, to me, like, it's even chicken every day these days. Like, chicken is even overrated if you ask me. Like, you can do some things with beef stick. You can do a lot of stuff with beef for Christmas. You can do with different kinds of protein that we have apart from beef.
But which is cheaper, beef or chicken?
Beef is actually cheaper because you can get a kilo of beef. But for Christmas, you will see a chicken, at least a sizable chicken. They'll be telling you from 4,000, 5,000, 3,500, but you can actually get a kilo of beef for less than 2,500 or so. So I think beef is cheaper. You can actually just get beef and then make something special out of beef. Because Christmas is you trying to do something, making your meal look extra. So with beef, you can actually do something extra. You can do like a beef steak.
Chicken steak.
Yes.
You can do chicken steak too. You can do pomo steak, yes.
Yes, you can do pomo steak. Yes, you see, pomo is really, really cheap. 500, 1,000, I can get for more. So yes, to me, chicken is overrated, and I've really even lost taste for chicken.
Yeah, but there's this thing about beef. With beef, you can actually tell the man, like, give me 300 naira, or give me 500 naira.
Yes, but with chicken, you can't. You have to make sure that you buy a kilo of chicken, which is like 1,000, as at when I bought yesterday, 1,009. Some people sell for 2,000. Depends on what you're buying. Some people can probably sell for 1,700. So, but if you're buying a whole, our normal chicken or broilers in the market, you have to have like from 3,500, to buy chicken. So, to me, chicken is overrated, like I've said, but people will still like chicken because chicken is chicken.
Yeah, so that is, I want to know, why is chicken chicken?
So because I think because chicken is actually really tasty. No, it's sweet. Chicken. So no matter whichever way you cook it, is nice.
Like you say, we eat chicken.
And it's easy.
We eat chicken.
It's easy to make.
Homes. Yes, so why does the price have to skyrocket during the season? I don't know, because I think my thought is that chicken is seemingly like an elitist meal, protein, so people feel like, okay, on that special day I need to step up
chicken, yes.
Yeah, but
to do something different.
But because we eat it every day now, we have demystified it. So there's really nothing about it.
I think the least food is seafood.
Yeah, seafood it is
seafood
now.
Is so big now and it's so expensive.
Yeah, what we say seafood now, we're now looking at the
shrimps, prawns, crabs, fish, different kinds of fish we have in the sea, and they are not cheap, trust me.
Yeah, they are quite expensive than the other two.
Very expensive.
Okay, so if you want to actually show that you are that big boy, your family is the main thing, leave chicken for the rest of us. Go to seafood, the crab, the prawns, and the others, and do remember to invite me. All right, Semben actually put together a feature, and he also, he's been inquisitive to know what's the big deal about chicken. So he put this together, titled, "What's the Big Deal?"
Since I was born some over 30 years ago, I always looked forward to Christmas because that was when I ate fried or grilled chicken with some tasty Nigerian jollof rice. But as the years went by, I began to ponder on this question. Why is chicken eaten mostly on Christmas? Could it be because a chicken crowed after the Apostle Peter denied Jesus? Could it be that a revelation was made to the saints about the consumption of chicken? Or could it be that the chicken is only tasty during Christmas? I couldn't reach any conclusion, so I decided to go with the fact that chicken may just be a luxury meal.
Chicken sells more because of the activities. It's like a ceremony, they prefer chicken. They think they eat beef every day. You can just buy beef for 500 naira, but they cannot see chicken for 500 naira. A kilo of chicken is 1,000 something. So during Christmas and celebration time, they want to change what they eat.
But looking closely at chicken, we see that it may be more nutritious than the regular cow meat or beef, as it contains high level of vitamins B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, magnesium and potassium, amongst others. It is also said to lower the risk of getting cancer. When it comes to the price, a kilo of beef is said to cost between 2,200 to 2,300 naira just a week before Christmas, while that of a chicken goes for between 1,000 naira to 1,500 naira within the same period. And then my curiosity grows stronger. My interest led me on a quest to the market. When purchasing live chicken, there are options: the local breed, broilers, and layers. Just as they are different in breeds, so are their tastes and prices. The old layers are birds that are reared to lay eggs, and after they are worn out of laying, they are sold off at a cheaper price. Their meat is tough but tasty. Broilers are reared precisely for meat production, and their meats are soft. Seen around neighborhoods are the local breeds. This meat is said to be the tastiest of them all. After the survey of this most consumed poultry product in the market, I must say I am more confused than I came. So I guess I will just stick with enjoying any chicken delicacy I am served during this period. After all, it is all part of the celebration. Here is wishing you a very Merry Christmas.
Alright, if you're just joining us, the program is the Medley Show with Cecil, and I'm glad you're having a good time. It's all in the season celebration. I hope you're on holiday. Well, for those of you still working, I'm working too, but anyhow, we're going to find a way of having fun ourselves. Alright, I've been having a chat with Chef Bolotti too, but before I get back to her, I would like us to take a spoken word on Christmas. It's titled A Christmas Story by Reverend Father Chinon. So I like the way he put together this Christmas story in some very entertaining spoken word style. It was pretty interesting, and I thought, okay, let's enjoy it while we are celebrating the season.
This is a Christmas story. It is the story of how God heard the clamor of man's misery, became flesh to listen closely and to end it. Christmas is the story of the birth of He who gave birth to creation, the story of the birth of Christ's cross, the conception of the death of God's Son, and the beginning of the journey to Calvary. Christmas is the story of God's compassion, the story of how Christ changed history. For this to happen, the Creator asked a favor from His creature, 4 words from her whom He had chosen at the dawn of time to be the door, His entrance into the womb of humanity. May it be done, she said, accepting to give the word skin and bone, thereby inaugurating the fullness of God's revelation and launching the incarnation celebration. This right here is a Christmas story, that the bird that built the nest was hatched within, the man's maker was made man, the bread hungered, the fountain thirst, the light slept, the truth was accused of false witness, the might felt pain, the strength grew weak, the way was tired on its journey, the foundation suspended on wood, and life died. At Christmas, we remember the keeping of a promise, prophesied by Isaiah that the Messiah would come to save his people. And when he came, he who is full emptied himself by pouring his divinity into the earth, so we might share in his fullness. He who enriches others became poor by taking to himself the poverty of our flesh, so we might obtain the riches of his Godhead. He who is all-powerful suffered that he might save us from suffering. He who cannot die died that we might never die again. At Christmas, we remember the faith of a young girl, a virgin, who believed everything that was said to her, a faith whose echoes would outlived the lifespan of history, how she became the ark of a new covenant, the first tabernacle that held the flesh of God. At Christmas, we remember this favor a creature did for creation when she said, yes, a yes which cancelled out the no-if said at Eden, a yes which became the bridge between the old and the new, between loss and gain, between destruction and restoration, between condemnation and redemption, a yes which became the sword that pierced her heart. At Christmas, we remember Joseph, his confusion at the news of a pregnant virgin, and his submission to the angel's instruction. It was he who cared for the caretaker of the universe, taught him how to walk with nails and hammers, the very tools that will pin him to his cross. At Christmas, we remember the little town of Bethlehem. Bethlehem, house of bread, the birthplace of the bread of life. Bethlehem, where lambs were raised for Passover sacrifices in Jerusalem, where the Lamb of God began a
It's all in the air and it's all in my heart. The feeling of anticipation. Let the songs and cheering out everywhere in celebration. celebrations everywhere, making it very clear. It's the season and a reason. Turn your frown upside down. It's the season and a reason to spread love and joy all around. Merry Christmas. It's the season and a reason. Turn your frown upside down. It's the season and a reason to spread love and joy all around.
Compliments of the season. A very Merry Christmas and a most glorious New Year from all of us in NTA.
Okay, thank you very much, Chef Tito. I've always loved the Christmas story, and once upon a time, Carol were the usual Silent Night, Hark 'Tis the Shepherd's Voice I Hear, and a couple of others. But today there are more traditional ways of, traditional styles of singing the carols and all. What's your favorite Christmas carol?
Silent Night.
Is that why your voice is so silent?
Yes, I just love it. There's just something beautiful about that Christmas carol. Like, I think it just reminds me of my childhood. Even when I listen to it now, like, it's so beautiful. It's so innocent. It's just full of.
Yeah.
You just feel that you're worshiping or something.
Yeah, and it has that whole Christmas vibe.
Yes.
It makes you feel the season.
True.
Okay, well, what's mine now? The first Noel.
That's so nice too.
Okay, I don't know. That's quite a lot. I'm a terrible singer, so I'm trying not to sing. Okay, Chef Tito. Today, people are missing the essence of the season. Yes, we cook food, we buy beautiful clothes, everybody's trying to repress each other, gifts are being exchanged, but it seemed like the essence of the season, which is the birth of Christ, is people are gradually losing it. Do you think so?
I totally agree with you, because Christmas it just takes us back. Like, I think for Christians, it's actually a time for reflection, that we'll have to look inward and see whether Jesus came to this world on Christmas Day, and he came to this world for a reason, and that's why we're actually Christians, and that's why we're celebrating. And so we can't lose the essence of him coming to the world. We can't lose the importance of Christ, of the birth of Jesus. We have to know that we are here for a reason, and we have to try to live life according to Christ, because that's actually why we're celebrating. That's the reason why. So we shouldn't leave. And aside from doing that, we should try to reach out to the less privileged, because Christmas is all about giving. Christ came, he gave himself.
Yes, and the gifts were given to the baby Christ, to the baby Jesus.
Exactly. So we should not forget that we are giving, not just giving to people that can give you back. Give to the people that cannot give you back. That's the best way of giving. So that's the best. That's how I see it, because sometimes we do the faces kind of giving. We give to people that we know we want favors from. And during Christmas, you remember that politicians, you're pursuing for something, or that contract and all of that. You package like a hamper, a heavy hamper, once maybe from 50 upwards, and then you just go knock at the person's door. This one a reminder and all of that stuff.
Somehow the person
don't
give.
You don't even get happiness from that kind of giving. You don't feel fulfilled. So give to the less privileged. There are lots of motherless babies home around. You need people around. If you don't have anyone where you're living, there are people that can afford. So go reach out to them, buy chicken, give to them. Seriously, there are actually people that can't even afford to celebrate Christmas. So how about sharing foodstuff to those kind of people? So that's Christmas to me.
Okay, you've heard that from Pastor Bola Tito. Chef Bola Tito. All right.
Well, I kind of like the title.
I know, right? All right. So, and she just hit the nail on the head. Come on, why not share with those who cannot pay you back? I mean, the much I can tell you is thank you and God bless you. Yes, you just want to give that expensive hamper to that big guy, just hoping that he's going to repay you back somehow. There are many people around you that you could spread the love to, and somehow, trust me, it makes you really, really happy. Anyhow, Ridwan actually caught up with Pastor Udochi. Pastor Udochi is of Restoration City Church. He asked him some questions about the essence of the season that we are celebrating.
Christmas has to do with the celebration of the birth of a king that gave us an escape route out of destruction. And John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave. And so when he gave, now it's all about Christmas. You talk about Matthew chapter 2 from verse 1 down, where he was born in Bethlehem, Judea. And so Christmas is a time to reflect, to ponder, to intro and retrospect on who is this man, who is this personality, which even the Muslims believe that he depicts peace. And so when you are celebrating it, don't just see it as a religious rite or ritual, something that is done annually or something. No, it's something that when you are celebrating it, you'll be asking yourself, since I was born, what meaning am I adding to humans, to my environment, to my nation, to the political corridor? What value am I adding? Or will I be celebrated for even when I'm no more? We should be biosafety precaution. We must, most times, you see very crowded place, put on your face mask, give some distance, wash your hand regularly, and sterilize some of the things you use too. Celebrate in moderation. Don't borrow to celebrate. It doesn't make it wise. You just have to celebrate within your context. Be contented with what you are. The Lord bless you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Nice. Thank you very much, Pastor Udochi. And still in the mood of the season, you ate your rice during Christmas. So, and our chef, we have another in-house chef, Chef Iberi. She went with me to the market earlier, if you saw her. She actually put together what we could do with some of our leftover that we've had during this festive season, especially your leftover rice. What else can you do with it? I mean, many times rice is being left over till the next day or days after, or even in the season generally. She put together some of the tips of what you can do with your leftover rice.
Today, I came up with a little something to do with your leftover rice. Yes, that leftover rice in the kitchen. You have to do something about it. So I came up with something really, really tasty. So let's go on to introduce you guys to my ingredients. So for this, I'll be using, of course, my leftover rice. And this is shredded, will I say, stir-fry beef and chicken. We have here carrots, green beans, green pepper, which we know as bell peppers, green peas, neatly chopped onions, scotch bonnet, olive oil, seasoning, suya pepper. Of course, you need that suya pepper in this recipe. So we have here garlic, ginger, white pepper, oyster sauce, curry, and salt to taste. We don't need so much oil in this. We now add our onion. Next is our bell pepper. Just put it in. And our next is our scotch bonnet. Why I'm putting this green peas right now, you know, it's super strong, so you have to put it early enough to cook properly. So right now we'll be putting our garlic, then our ginger, green beans. Oyster sauce always makes the difference. Then our suya pepper, then our white pepper, put our seasoning, our carrot, the vegetables. Ooh. Colors. All I can see is a lot of colors. You know that thing, if you noticed, while making this, I was just putting my ingredients without actually measuring it. You know, as an African woman, there's that thing in you that as you're putting your ingredients, it's more like an ancestor will tell you, oh, stop, is enough. So that's actually what's happening now. So let's do this. It really looks so good. So good, and of course it will taste so good. So I'll just add little oil, just a little, just a little. Then the last thing I usually put is my curry. So the last thing I'll be putting is our stir-fried chicken and beef. Ooh la la. My kitchen smells so good, and this will taste so good, believe me. The next thing to do is our rice. We're going to bring our rice. We just have to put it just little by little. Okay, so everything is coming together. Like, this looks so amazing. I'm not even kidding. So we're done. We'll just have to cover it, and we'll leave it for just roughly 20 seconds. So we are done with this, and believe me, it looks so good, and it's super colorful. And by the way, my friend came over, so baby girl, yes, give this a try.
Oh my god, it looks so nice. I would like to taste as nice as
of course. What do you think?
Very. You want to kill me? Oh my god, you should actually try this at home. This is so nice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh,
so delicious.
That was a beautiful one by Chef Ibiri, and I tested it and it's pretty good. You know, you should always try something different. Chef Tito, what are some menu you'd like to share with us so that people can try? Maybe not just this festive season generally, but we want to try to venture into something different, you know?
Okay, for the people that can actually afford to go elaborate, you can do, I love seafood. I don't know, maybe it's because of the wholesome benefits in seafood. You can do some shrimps for a change, shrimps pasta. And then
shrimps?
A kg of shrimps, you can get a 500 gram of shrimps for like 2.5.
Okay.
So it's still okay, and of course you can make a whole pasta with that. So depends on how much shrimps you want in your meal. So you can make shrimps pasta. You can make broccoli and Irish potato, you know, meals with a lot of vegetables for the fit farm people. So that's with some shredded cheese, you know, so it just makes a whole lot of sense. If you can, yes, if you can afford it, and of course you can make some cocktails on the side. So, but for the maybe middle class, you can actually still do your rice, but you can do it in a very special way. You can actually still get some, because carrots and green peas and all of that stuff, so you can get a whole lot for 500 naira.
Yeah.
So it's still cheap. So you can make a vegetable sauce out of that with whatever protein that you have. And then you can still make your white rice on the side and add some plantain on the side.
Yeah.
It's still very colorful.
Plating.
Yes, it's everything. Plating attracts. Plating makes you want to eat. Plating, you know, just gives you this happy vibes that when someone just serves you food anyhow. So it's very important that this period you try to plate your meals and serve it to your loved ones, and of course they'll feel so prestige and excited, because that's how you serve when you go to a proper restaurant. And for the people that you know, they are still managing, and of course maybe someone had to gift them rice and some protein, trust me, you can still enjoy your Christmas. You make it zobo, yes. You can actually squeeze oranges. You know, you can actually get 100 naira orange and still squeeze, just to beautify plating, like we said earlier, you know, put in a glass, let it look beautiful and colorful. Like, what kind of juice are you taking? You would not know. And of course, that's actually best. I'm a fit farm person, so seriously, that's the best way to eat whole food, pure natural food. And then you can just make your normal white rice. And if you have beans, you know, make beans on the side. And then you make your normal stew and just plate it, let it look nice. You can roast your chicken for a change, firewood, whichever way, which is really good. Roast your chicken, you know, spice it up, marinate it, roast it. It will still come out nice, but it's just to make and not to do the regular stuff. You know, it will give you that Christmas vibe. It's season for celebration, even into the new year.
All right, the season for celebration, she's just giving the tips to all the different classes of people. So whichever it is, you can just give yourself a treat. You know, very importantly, plating it is. Even if it's your regular everyday meal that you eat, but this time, during this season, just plate it differently, and it's going to come out like, wow. All right, talking about food now, plating. Earlier, I told you that Chef Iberi went into the kitchen, and she made, with our leftover rice, she was able to make stir fries with some veggies. So yes, it's really nice. I mean, so I think I can yes, let me try to serve that to you so you can have a taste of our rice. Okay,
my tummy can't wait for
I
that.
know. Oh, but you're a fit farm. Our price is still, you can do
You
this.
can actually, yes, you can actually eat rice. Like I said, portion control is key. I always tell, you know, my customers that you can eat rice and still lose weight. You know, the thing with us, we just want to eat a whole full bowl of rice without working out. And you can eat rice and add some veggies on the side. Or some plantain on the side, or some beans on the side, whatever vegetable you have, some ugu leaf actually on the side, plain ugu leaves. So it just helps. Oh, this portion is really, really nice. And this looks yummy.
Yes, it is so yummy.
I can see some carrot sauce here, some carrots and green beans.
Okay, now our golden white, how is it?
Nice.
I know, right? So she made it.
Guys, I'm not even joking. This is so good.
Yes. Okay.
And she made the chicken differently.
Yeah.
Just like what we're saying, you know, she had to spice and marinate, and then she peppered it. She made like pepper chicken on the side. She didn't just mix it with the sauce.
Yes, and
and this is actually a cheap sauce anybody can make.
Anybody can make.
And see how it's looking really nice.
All right, so let's
guys, I can't wait to finish this. Like,
okay, let's see this. Okay. All right, so have this. And I have mine. I like just the golden thing about this wine.
It's so lovely. I'm sure it's going to taste so good too.
Okay, wow. All right, so we cheers to better days. We cheers to Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, peace in Nigeria.
Amen.
Much love.
Amen.
And Well,
plenty of money.
Plenty of money in our bank account. Yes, very importantly, progress for
and
us.
all the happiness in the world.
And all the happiness in the world. And on behalf of my entire production crew, I would like to say a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. It's been nice doing this with you all through from the first episode of this program till now. To all my bosses, and especially my executive producer, Wole Koka, the DG of the NTA, say thank you very much for your support and for you all watching. I love you all. Let's do this again in the new year. All right, so
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.